Have you ever felt a weight pressing on your chest, so heavy it almost steals your breath? A moment so sharp, so intense, that your mind scatters like startled birds? Perhaps it was the room full of waiting eyes, the cruel words that cut deeper than you expected, or the sudden silence after news that turned your world upside down. In those moments, emotions surge like a storm tide. Anger, fear, frustration, pounding against the walls of your composure, begging to be unleashed. Most people break here. They shout. They rush. They act before thinking, only to regret it when the storm passes. But some do not. Some stand still in the chaos, as if anchored to an unseen force. Their pulse may race, but their eyes remain steady. They breathe. They wait. And in that pause, they choose not to be ruled by impulse, but to act with clarity. Pressure does not create who we are. It strips us bare, revealing the truth beneath our carefully constructed masks. So the question is this: when life presses against you, what will it reveal? Will it expose fragility, or will it uncover strength you never knew existed? Imagine the calm just before a storm. The air grows heavy, the sky darkens, and everything feels unervingly still. Then, suddenly, the pressure breaks. Life works the same way. When expectations pile high, uncertainty surrounds you, and challenges strike all at once. Pressure does not make something new within you. It unmasks what was always there. Think of the faces you have seen under strain. The leader who lost composure in a crisis, shouting not to solve problems but to release fear. The teammate whose knees buckled under a spotlight. Or maybe yourself. The conversation where words came out sharper than intended, leaving you sitting afterward in regret, wondering why you surrendered so easily to impulse. These moments are mirrors. They never lie. They show the state of our character when the easy illusions of calm are stripped away. Marcus Aurelius wrote that life is not about what happens, but how we meet it. Anyone can seem patient when no one is testing them. Anyone can feel strong when there is no burden pressing down. But when the storm enters the room, all disguises fall away. What remains is the truth of who you are at that very moment. Here lies the core of the Stoic lesson. Pressure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Each time panic rises, it marks the exact spot where growth must occur. Each time anger bursts too quickly, it points to the wounds still unhealed. Each time you collapse or flee, it is not fate punishing you. It is the mirror showing you precisely where work is needed. Picture a blacksmith at the forge. The steel is sharp in the quiet, but it is only in the fire, under hammer strikes, that its weaknesses appear. Cracks emerge. Flaws reveal themselves. Yet the blacksmith does not despair. He hammers again, tempers again, shapes again, until weakness becomes strength. You're no different. Life is the fire. Pressure is the hammer. It exposes not to shame you, but to show you what must be reforged. When the weight falls suddenly, what do you do first? Do you panic? Lash out? Freeze? These reactions are not final judgments. They are invitations to build. Just as an athlete studies fatigue to know where to train harder, you must study your reactions to know where to fortify your soul. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests men." Every test is ongoing. Every encounter with pressure is a moment of truth. Now, imagine daily life. A parent with a screaming child. One snaps, cutting through the noise, but leaving fear behind. Another breathes deeply, kneels, and guides the child toward calm. Same pressure, same child, different response. In that difference lies the truth of discipline or the lack of it. What is revealed today does not define tomorrow. You are clay, still malleable. Epictetus reminded us that it is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Judgments can be retrained. Reactions can be reformed. Character can be rebuilt. The person you are under pressure today does not have to be the person you are tomorrow, but the transformation begins now, not later. Each flare of panic is a chance to practice calm. Each surge of anger is a chance to rehearse restraint. Each collapse is an invitation to rise stronger. This is how the Stoic lives, not by denying weakness, but by seeing it clearly and refusing to remain as it is. Next, we explore the art of preparation. Imagine a commander in chaos, decisions hanging by seconds. His calm is not a gift. It is training. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself nightly to remind himself of patience and clarity. Seneca confessed his struggles with anger and practiced delaying reaction to master it. Calm is earned, not given. How do you prepare for your own test? Pressure cannot be avoided. The untrained hope to remain steady. The trained use deliberate exposure, public speaking to small groups, inviting criticism, choosing quickly on small matters, so clarity grows for the large ones. Avoidance breeds fragility. Exposure breeds strength. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. Seneca fasted despite wealth. Epictetus taught imagining the loss of all to avoid being crushed by it. Marcus Aurelius rose each dawn, telling himself he would meet liars, selfish, and arrogant men, so that he would not be surprised. You must train the soul the same way. Pressure reframed as privilege transforms life. The weight shows your presence matters. The greater the load, the greater the proof of capacity. Composure is not built in silence, is forged in chaos. The soldier who rehearses in battle is unshaken when real war comes. The mind that practices clarity in daily trials remains steady in crises. Now, let's pause and reflect. When anger rises, what will you do? Will you strike back impulsively? Or will you breathe, pause, and see the path beyond the moment? The Stoics called this detachment. Not coldness, but clarity. Not absence of care, but discipline of care. Your emotions are visitors, not rulers. You are the one who decides what they ignite or extinguish. Breath is your anchor. Panic grips the mind when breath is shallow. Calm emerges when breathing is intentional. Inhale deep, hold briefly, exhale longer. This simple practice, repeated, becomes armor for the soul. Soldiers, surgeons, negotiators, athletes, they all train this principle. The world may rage, but the one who governs breath governs the storm inside. Preparation extends beyond breath. Mental rehearsal, premeditatio malorum, is armor. Walk through insults, failures, and losses in your mind before they arrive in reality. Recovery is equally essential. Even the strongest steel bends without pause. Journaling, reflection, and walking are sharpening stones for the mind. Failure is not enemy. It is teacher. Study mistakes, grow, and return stronger. Every burden contains two seeds, despair or strength. Which one grows depends on the soil of perspective. Shift the frame, and pressure becomes your path. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not just to overcome. They are to climb, learn from, and transform. As we conclude, remember, preparation determines the outcome, not luck. Strength is rehearsed in daily struggle. Pressure will arrive. It always does. But when it does, it will reveal not weakness, but the power you have already built. Control your breath, pause before reaction, embrace discomfort, and see obstacles as opportunity. Pressure is not against you. It is with you. It is your mirror, your forge, your teacher. The question it asks is simple. When the weight bears down, who will you choose to be?